All right, welcome to the Geek-A-Rican Podcast, episode number 4. I am here with my man Ali Oxnfree.
Yo, what up? Peace to the planet.
And my boy JoshNYK. Knicks Fan. Say what up.
NY Knicks Fan. What's up? And I'm glad to be on episode 4.
Well, thank you. I am your host, Zack Muniz. Thank you for joining me, gente, to the Geek-A-Rican Podcast. So there was something that it was like a geek's dream last week. We're actually recording on a Monday. We usually do our stuff on the weekend. I do my shit on the weekend, but scheduling and shit. So we're doing it today on a Monday edition of the podcast. And man, Thursday and Friday were big days, guys. Big days. First and foremost, how's everybody doing? How was your week, bro? How was your weekend? Ali?
And
Ali.
Yeah. Weekend is cool, man. Got a little work in, did my podcast, did my show, Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and all that good stuff. With my co-host, Callie Rock, did that yesterday. You know what I mean? So, we talked a little bit about some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. You know, like you said, it was a great week for those that love comics and everything of that nature. So I had a blast this week, man. You know?
Dope. And Josh, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It was consumed of the Justice League movie 4 hours. And I just had to finish it today. And, I wrote a little bit for a podcast that I'm starting. It's more of a spoken word podcast. I'll give you more details as I develop it. I'm just getting the content out right now.
That's what's up, bro.
But that's about it.
That's what's up, yo. What you give us we'll always spread the word. We all love having guests on and have their own content, because man, Top 5 Dead Alive is fire. What was your topics this week, Ali?
It was more like a round table of topics that's current things that's going on. It wasn't specific to dope is this or fly is that. It was just 5 topics that we just decided to talk about. That's it.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And Josh, when you come up with your thing, I'm there to support it. You need a guest, we on there, boy.
I need you to write something for me. You could do like a Geek-A-Rican spoken word piece,
I could talk a lot, so that's why I do this podcast, because I can sure shit talk a lot. And I appreciate Ali coming back on. This is his 3rd episode running with me. He does his own thing, and he still makes time for me. So big shout outs all around.
Salute.
And this is Josh's first time on the show.
First time.
Yeah, we're gonna get on it. I'm filling the posters. Got the Avengers in the background. Got the anime.
Oh, yeah. That's actually signed.
Yeah, who signed that joint?
Got it at Comic-Con. I forgot, but it's signed.
Man don't even know who signed it. He's just like, I just got it signed.
Next episode, and next time I'm on, I'll show you all my posters from Comic-Con. They're all not up because I actually want to get frames for them. I don't want to just put pins and mess up my posters.
All right, I feel you. All right, so that's it for the introductions for now. But now let's talk about the stuff that did come out on. Well, we know what happened on Thursday. Thursday was the 18th. We all know Justice League dropped, but so we're gonna hold on to that one because that's the beefier of the 2 topics that I really, really want to touch on today. But Falcon Winter Soldier, man, episode 1 dropped Disney Plus Friday morning, and I'm one of those dudes that I hate spoilers, right? So if somebody spoils something for me, I'll be tight. So I wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to make sure I watch this show.
Am I not mistaken? Your first episode was Spoiler Squad.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah. they used to spoil, Those are my dudes though. Shout out to the mottos.
So what do you do? Watch it as soon as it drops?
12 o'clock on the Pacific Coast. It's 3 o'clock here in New York. So I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
Nah, man, because you be on social media and then you scrolling and then somebody puts something up and you be like, these mother.
I purposely don't get on Instagram or anything just for that reason. I don't look at my group chats, none of that, because I know them niggas is talking about that shit. So I'm like, what? I just stay away till I get home and then I enjoy it that way.
It's actually funny because I didn't watch it until yesterday. but I didn't get spoiled at all. I saw one post and someone said it was a good fight scene, and that was it. And I was glad.
Yeah, but like Mandalorian episode 1, yo, tell me if you didn't see that Baby Yoda thing and you seen it all over social media, you wasn't be tight, because that sure shit would have been tight. So
That's true.
So when I first seen Baby Yoda, I was like, yo, what's that? Tell me all about it. And it was fire. So I do wake up mad early for it. But then I either rewatch it, like if the episode's short, I'll rewatch it. And then if it's not, I'll just watch it one time and I'll let it marinate in.
But don't you see that with Disney Plus shows? Like the episode isn't as the credits are so long in these Disney Plus shows. They're ridiculous.
I did find that with WandaVision. This one, not maybe I didn't really pay attention to the credits for this one, but because this one was a longer episode, I believe it was like 40 minutes or 45.
Yeah, it's like 40,
Yeah,
45
it
minutes
was
or something like that.
And so it was mad good, and it gave me what I wanted from a Marvel show, right? Like it gave me the action, it gave you some story, some dialogue, and we're gonna spoil it. So for whoever's listening to this, fair warning, we're gonna be spoiling and talking about it. So we're gonna shoot right into it. Yo, so what do you think of the beginning sequence? Sam Wilson with the helicopters, with the plane. Come on, like
fire. Because you know what it was? It was we got a little bit of action in WandaVision, but it didn't start off that way. And it took us 3 episodes to really get into WandaVision. Well, I can't speak for everyone. For me, first 2 episodes, I almost gave up. Good thing about what you said you don't like. You said you don't like spoilers. If I didn't see that spoiler for the 4th episode, after the 2nd episode, I quit.
He walked out the door. He's gone.
So it was a breath of fresh air for a first episode to come out with action right off the bat. Like it was crazy.
Hell yeah.
And his little red rocket. Oh man. I thought I was playing a video game.
Yo, it was fire. Ali, what do you think, man? What do you think?
I love the fact that Marvel decided not to go with the whole he can talk to birds thing, and like he said, he got the red rocket thing on his back.
Red wing.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't. You know what I mean? It was dope, man. It was really dope to see him do his thing. That the scenes with the helicopters and whatnot, it was amazing. It was like Josh said, it was dope to see right out the gate, action, as opposed to having to wait, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope. I loved it.
Oh yeah. So did you see the return of my guy George St. Pierre, who played Batroff, which is the Leaper?
Yeah.
And they brought him back. When you first see him in the Winter Soldier, in the Captain America Winter Soldier, on the boat when he starts fighting Captain America, and I thought he's a dope bad guy. Like he doesn't have he's not a big bad guy, but he's a staple in the Marvel universe. The Leaper, he's always like a second-rate bad guy, but they made him cool, man.
Yeah. George did a great job, especially in the Winter Soldier. He was kicking cat, man.
Excellent movie.
Yeah,
excellent movie.
that fight scene, he's like, yo, I thought you're more than a shield. And he takes off his helmet, he put the shield down. He's like, all right, let's do this. I was like, yo, that's fire, yo.
Yeah.
I really did. No. Winter Soldier to me, still hands down the best Marvel movie, and that's going to Endgame. I think the Winter Soldier, the movie was amazing from top to bottom.
It's better than Civil War, bro.
Yeah. To me, everybody has their own, but the Winter Soldier is number 1 or 2, bro. 1 or 2, hands down. And I'll debate anybody for this. I'll debate anybody for this. Way better than, to me. Okay, maybe way better than next time, because Civil War was good, but I think Winter Soldier has so much more story. There's just the struggle with his friendship with Bucky and fighting for Bucky's friendship and trying to get him to come back. But him being so mind manipulated, and then Bucky portrayed such a dope bad guy. I just think the Winter Soldier has so much. You meet Sam Wilson and their evolution of friendship. Like even the stupid thing, like on your left, he's like, "Oh, I had a slow start." He's like, "Oh, you should be ashamed if you go take another lap." Like that. The way they did that movie was so much. And then the elevator scene, which shout out to you, because Ali always brings this elevator scene up with Captain America. Yeah. Boy, but when he starts fighting those people in the elevator, and they magnetizes him, he's like, "Nah, fuck out of here."
Yeah, it was dope.
So the movie to me is hands down one of the Marvel's best movies. So the Winter Soldier, what did you guys think? What you guys think of Sam's story, his relationship with his sister, and then the leading up to the Winter Soldier?
What you said about the relationship with sister, I was actually super surprised that you don't see Marvel doing a lot of race things, and you see where they went to the bank, and they really portraying like, yeah, you're a superhero, but you're black. Like you're not getting this loan, and it actually shocked me. Like I didn't expect Marvel to go that route, and I was like, damn. Like,
do you think it was a race thing, or was it like a poverty thing? Like, because he's like, oh yeah, I don't make that money.
Come on, it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. The government keeps us down because it means you could be poor and white and get a loan.
Yo, I don't know.
And I was surprised. It blew my mind. I'm like, damn.
Oh, keep it together, Ali. Man, what do you think of that relationship?
I mean,
with
he's right. Sometimes it does go hand in hand, but it was dope to see, and I like the fact that it was based like they show like New Orleans.
Run that back.
Oh yeah. No, he owned a bar on Nostrand and Pacific called No Bar, and no, I guess New Orleans bar. So. If you notice, that character, him and his sister, that was in New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. So it was cool to see him give a wink, wink, nudge, nudge to his people out there in the bayou and whatnot. You know what I mean? But it was. I used to wonder about, like, in terms of financially, like, how do these superheroes survive and maneuver in their financial universe? Do they get paid from the Avengers? Do the government pay them? That was really, really interesting that they would go in that direction as far as the storyline.
Yeah, because it does make sense, right? Like, you were like, yo, we got time to save everybody, but they probably got bills to pay too. Like, we all got that hustle to make. We all got to do something.
I felt it was messed up. He explained, like, I was gone. I got snapped by Thanos.
Like, yeah.
Questioning my last 5 years of money history. Like, I was gone, like half of the world.
Damn, it's facts. But you know what? Like, the real life struggles of people, I think, is really dope indicator that we can also have a superhero show and have real world problems, because that's what Marvel always kind of did, right? That always went hand in hand with Marvel. You have superheroes that have real life struggles, and there's no better connection than like Spider-Man. A teenager trying to figure his life out, still in school, uncle dies, gets all these powers, So there's these struggles. There's always these struggles. So to see that kind of story with his sister trying to figure it out, should they sell the boat? Should they not? I thought that was pretty fire. So back to Winter Soldier. So when I first saw Winter Soldier and he had that black mask and that long hair and he was kicking everybody's ass, and I'm like, this dude is the truth. When they brought that scene where he came in and shot everybody and then shot the Chinese, yo, that was crazy. he and then they put the mask back on him. They're like, let me get the badass Winter Soldier back. I thought that was so official, and then they were like, nah, this is just a flashback.
Yeah, and it was like crazy that part of his pardon, he has to go to therapy.
To go to therapy and try to like make amends for everything he's done or whatever. But
he was brainwashed. I feel like it shouldn't be part of. You're gonna make him relive moments when he was brainwashed. Like, why should I go to therapy? I wasn't even in control of my own mind. Like,
he killed Tony Stark's parents, bro. Like, he killed Tony Stark's parents.
His body did it. Didn't he do it? Like,
it's a big deal. The Winter Soldier to me has always been one of the dopest characters, though, because he has so much complexity to him. So I always thought that his redemption was gonna be he had to have some type of redemption. I just thought it was kind of funny that they would like make him go to therapy and like go talk to the people. And he has like a list, right? He has the book and he's like crossing names to make it up to them and shit. Did you see that it was coming that the old Chinese dude was the dude's father? Did you catch that? So you remember in that?
Yeah, but it was like kind of, I don't want to be racist, but he went the Chinese dude, the dude's crying about his son, then it was flashback, he killed the Chinese dude. It was like kind of obvious.
So Ali, did you catch that?
Nah, I didn't even catch that.
All right, so remember in the dream sequence where he's like in the dream or whatever, and then the guy was trying to like open the door. The Chinese dude was trying to open the door. And he shot him.
Yeah.
That was the old dude's son. That was the old guy's son.
Okay.
So that was his name on the list to try to make up to him because he killed his son.
That's why he walked out of the bar when he was on the date. They mentioned the old guy what it meant to lose a son, like, and then he walked out and gave the other guy. He just made an excuse. Let me come see you. I owe you money for lunch, like, and then saw the picture of his son in the apartment when he opened the door.
Yep. And so that Chinese girl that he was on a date with, I found very attractive. I thought she was very cute or whatever.
Me too.
I was like,
why are you leaving, homie? Where you going? How you ready to get to your place, son?
Man hasn't got played in 100 years, and he already buddied about.
Wait, no. How old is it?
106. 106.
I would have been like, nah,
you ready? We know you, okay? Well, we get it. So he bounced on Shorty.
Yeah. He would have had to see me later.
Yeah, I would have gave him back that money way later, right? I thought that redemption scene was fire, and then straight to the ending, and we see the new Captain America.
I hated it.
Oh my god,
he looks so like, oh man, it looked like
the Wish version of Captain America. Yo, I heard that so much. Like when you order it online and it just doesn't come out the way you expect it to be.
I was pissed. I was like, what is this? I wanted Falcon to come flying through the air and drop it.
Did you see the level of disappointment in the Falcon's face? You know, because
I think he was enraged.
He was just like, oh my god, what did I do? Because he gave up the shield.
He'll be taking it back on Friday. I'm pretty sure about that.
What are your predictions as to what or who is this new Captain America?
No. He is no one. He's just a face. It's somebody that may wear costumes so they can make it seem like they have a face for the American people. But this guy is nobody. You ever saw Pootie Tang? When there was a million Pootie Tangs? And they just needed someone to fill that role. This is just some regular old dude. That's what I think. I don't think they gave him a serum or anything. I just think he's some regular dude in a costume.
So the character
just for show.
So the U.S. agent was a character made years, back when Captain America. I think his first appearance as the U.S. agent was in Captain America 354 in the comic, and his first appearance as Captain America was in 333. As Super Patriot, he was in Captain America 323 in November 1986. His alter ego name is John Walker, and he's being played by Wyatt Russell. And for those who don't know who Wyatt Russell is, he's Kurt Russell's son, I believe. And that jawline and that helmet, I was just like, sheesh, you really don't look like a Captain America. You look like a cosplay Captain America. And
I've seen him at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that and I'm just like, yeah, exactly. I seen the dude in Comic-Con.
For that to be the ending scene, pissed me off.
I think it did that on purpose, right? So now everybody's gonna go and be like, yo, what the fuck was that? Let me go, let's go figure that out, but they gonna use him, I think, as a prop. I think, you know what I mean?
It's how I feel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a prop. I do think that I don't know, but I think at the end of this series, Sam has to be the new Captain America. He's gonna be Captain America. If he's in the red, white, and blue Hawk outfit, whatever, Sam has to be Captain America. He just screams diversity. He screams America. What's more American now than just a mixed person, a black individual? Not that anything's wrong with Bucky, but Bucky has too much redemption that he knew. His hands is too dirty. I don't think he can be Captain
He would never
America.
get accepted.
Nah, hell no.
America, they like to pinpoint your flaws and your past.
Yeah. So I think I like Sam. I think Sam. There's a lot to Sam's character. I think I just really like Anthony Mackie as an actor though as well.
That's true. He's a good actor.
I think Anthony Mackie really has a lot to offer. So yeah, what do you think, Ali? What do you think? What do you think is going?
I want to know a little bit more about because I remember seeing with U.S. Patriot,
Yeah,
was that his name, U.S. Agent or something
U.S.
like that?
agent. Right.
Yeah, I remember seeing those comics in the early days. Well, early days, like 90s, late 80s. I think John Byrne, the artist, used to draw a lot of those.
Mhm.
So I'm eager to know a little bit more about that character. In terms of did that character have like the super soldier serum in him too as well, or
You know, I'm not really quite sure. I never really
Mhm.
like looked into his character,
Yeah,
but I'm assuming if he could go to toe to toe Captain America, he has to be juiced on something, right? Because ain't
yeah,
nobody going to
yeah.
toe to toe if you're just a human being,
Mm.
without getting your ass kicked,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I don't really know much about him, but I am interested as to see where they're gonna go with the whole
Yeah.
arc or whatever,
Mm.
because people are never gonna accept him. Um,
He's gonna
do
get
you,
no runtime.
hell no. Do you guys want to see Chris Evans make a cameo or something, or not really, or you're over it, or you're glad that he's retired?
No, he doesn't need to make a cameo.
Yeah, he don't need to, right? Now I also kind of interested in the people with the masks, the ones that like beat up that dude, and they had powers. You saw that, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I wanted to know
he
what they were
beat the
about.
brakes off of him.
Boys.
I thought he killed him.
Yeah, I thought he was dead too.
He was like, "Oh, he knocked my lights out." I thought you were dead on the floor. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that coming because I was watching it with my 6-year-old, my 5. No, he's 5. Sorry, he's gonna be 6 this year, this month. No, April 27th. So we're watching it, and he sees the dude stomp him. He's like, he's dead, right? I'm just like,
that's what in the next scene when he was talking, like, "Oh
yeah.
yeah, these guys." I'm like,
He's like, yeah, I got a
they got
broken
zombies
orbital.
because
Yeah, like he's like, I got a broken orbital. Like, yo, my man, you should be dead. Your brain should be squashed. Um, I thought it was over for that, but that was funny. That was funny. I like that. I thought he was really dead. I was like, I don't know, son. I'm not really sure. So yeah, so I think the show started off really strong to where the next episode everybody's gonna be interested, and going forward, if you're a Marvel fan, everybody's gonna be interested anyway. But I think it has a really strong start, and it's not a slow build like it was WandaVision. So I'm looking forward to the next episode Friday, waking up at 3:00 in the morning.
I feel like what I didn't like about the episode is like, yeah, so much action in the opening scenes, and it just went to like.
Okay, so I said it. Go ahead.
It kind of went that all the scenes with his sister and everything is just like, when you introduce that action, especially in like a Marvel show,
Right.
you want it for the whole episode.
Can't do that.
Exactly. But that's why sometimes I feel like that's why they don't open up with it in the beginning scenes, because you want that later on. Because once I get that, then I might get it anymore. I was like,
but you do get another action sequence. You
little...
get an action sequence where the guy gets his ass kicked. That whole
chaos. But it wasn't. That Falcon scene was crazy.
But that drew you in.
Crazy.
That drew you in. Now you're hooked. You know what I mean? Like WandaVision was such a slow start. By the time you got to the end, you're like, all right, cool. But now you hooked.
But it was different though. It was more like, damn, that's really happening. And it was just, we had so many questions like, what the fuck is going on? Well, WandaVision was like, what is this?
Right. So I think the opening sequences, I liked it. I like the pacing. I want to see action and story. I need a mixture of both, and that's what WandaVision was lacking. It was a lot of story, which I'm very fine with. Not enough action, and I went over this with Ali. Like, there wasn't enough action for me to stay really locked in and really love it. It was good story, but not enough action. This one gives you action, gives you story, a little bit of more action, and a little more story, and I like that balance.
Let me ask you though, if they say WandaVision season 2, are you checking for it?
For WandaVision,
the way it ended, yes. Oh yeah.
Excuse me, guys. Give me
but you know what they're setting it up for. They're trying to have the rumors. I don't know. They're saying WandaVision is gonna make an appearance in Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard also like she might be the enemy in Doctor Strange, which I don't know how true that is. Just heard that from a couple of my friends. But she's supposed to make an appearance in Doctor Strange too. So I think that's what it was setting up for.
I'm looking for. I don't know if there's gonna be a season 2. Honestly, I'm not really sure. But if there's not, I'm kind of fine with that as well. Like I don't know. I didn't love the show to begin with.
Yeah. It was
after the third episode, it was good.
I guess.
And then you see how that scene they introducing Captain Marvel 2.
I'm looking forward to that. Right now.
Yeah, some beautiful ass Monica Rambeau. Bring her back, that sexy chocolate mother effer.
She was. I started following her on Instagram now.
Yeah. She's gorgeous. Her and homegirl with the glasses, the scientist chick. From Two Broke Girls, I think.
Kat Dennings. Kat Dennings or whatever.
I could just stick with Monica.
Yeah.
You guys are stupid.
Yeah, Monica's sweet. She's a cutie.
All right, so we're gonna just move past. Okay, so that's it for Marvel for this week. We are gonna move on to the second, if not the biggest topic. It was Justice League, man. Zack Snyder's Justice League dropped on the 18th. 4-hour-long Bible of a movie. It was amazing. It's amazing. I don't know. What did you guys think? Ali, what did you think, man? Ali.
Yo, when I heard that they were initially making the Snyder cut, I was like, what could he possibly do to salvage that movie? You know what I mean?
Right.
He was the original director.
Yeah, he was.
If you remember, he started the movie.
Yeah. But and he's also the director of one of my favorite movies, Dawn of the Dead, 2005. I love that movie. But anyway, when I saw it, I was pleasantly surprised. I did not see that. I thought it was going to be another attempt and DC fail as usual. But man, this movie, it was pretty good. The way he set the tone for the characters, the way Cyborg was kind of like the heart of the story. It was great. I very much enjoyed it. I ate the movie in half, so I watched like half of it one in the beginning of the day and the other half in the evening. So I was able to get through them 4 hours like that. I enjoyed it, man. I had a great time.
I know y'all see my face.
I ain't gonna lie, but continue. Go ahead, Josh.
So, what I mentioned to you earlier, I can't really compare it to the one that came out of theater because I don't even remember it. Because it was kind of garbage. What I was actually pissed about this one is I was going based off of watching like the cartoons or going off also the original origin story from the comics. Victor and his mom, she didn't die in no damn car crash, and that pissed me off. You have a 4-hour movie, and then you have things invading from another planet. You could put him in his original origin story that made him cyborg. Now he got into a car accident with his mother and tried to save her. That did not happen. His mother was dead by the time he got to Star Lab after the attack already. And then the invader attacked him. And it actually pissed me off, but I was like, really? A car accident? As soon as I heard that, I texted my friend, what? They made him turn to cyborg with a car accident? That's what it kind of got me angry. I like the movie. That was the one bad thing I had to say about the movie. But 4 hours, I feel like 4 hours? Come on, you could have put it in the original.
Stupid. So my thoughts on the movie originally, it took me a few viewings, right? Because I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie. I worked really early. We worked really early.
The world fell asleep.
The world. So we sure did. So I was like, I'm watching it. I get through the first hour. I'm like, oh, we good. We in here. And then my eyes start getting heavy. And I'm like, nope, I'm not making it. So I go to sleep. And then I try to wake up and get back into it. Couldn't. Had to wait the next day. And then I was able to get through some of it. And then I was able to get through all of it. My brother came and he waited for me. He was like, yo, we ended up just, checking it out. And we watched the whole thing. I liked it. I liked it a lot. There was a lot of slow motion sequences that could have just been like, all right, you're really milking it. Some of the sequences with like every time you see my girl Wonder Woman, who is off the hook, they played that slow music.
Yeah,
Everything was slow paced.
Yeah.
But I don't
like,
want
why
that.
They keep playing that fucking music. Yeah.
From fucking what movie was that? From Gladiator, you know, when his wife died and shit, like that slow, sad music. I'm like, but why are they so
Gladiator, great
depressed?
movie.
Gladiator's top 10, maybe top 5 movie all times. I could talk about Gladiator all day, but I'm just a huge Russell Crowe fan. Don't even get me started. But he was the man in Batman, in Man of Steel, in the Man of Steel movie. Russell Crowe off the hook. He's just a dope actor. But anyway.
You know what I like that they added? The fight. This wasn't in the original. The fight scene in Star Lab
between Steppenwolf
when they came in and kidnapped everybody. That was in the other cut.
I don't remember the movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched Batman vs Superman the other day
because
I decided to wait and watch this one to see if
it
perfectly matched, and it did.
I realized it when they were on the roof to meet Commissioner Gordon, and Cyborg said they don't have the mother box because I have it, and they're coming after it because they just attacked Star Labs. That wasn't an original. He didn't say that in original because they didn't show the attack on Star Lab. So that's how I was like, oh, like that wasn't in the other one.
Yeah, so there was a lot of things that were in this movie that was not in the other one, and vice versa.
The Aquaman fight? Oh my gosh.
In the water with Steppenwolf was mad good. It was so good.
She was getting her ass whipped.
The Amazonian fight. Woo, come on.
Yeah.
They were trying to get the mother box from the Amazonians, man.
I feel like the underwater one. I felt like
the best one to me was
she really tried to drown him in his armor. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
She did. She was pulling out like blood and guts and everything. Yeah, Shorty did her thing. But the sequence that I liked the most was the Great War. You know, when you first meet Darkseid. And
that was good.
That Great War. Then you see like the gods and everybody fighting to fight him off, and they give him the business. Yo, they hit him with that axe. He starts leaking. They're like, nah, get this, out of here.
Yeah.
So I just thought that whole sequence was really good. That great battle was good. The difference visually, you could tell there was a lot of reshoots with the theatrical release. I'm not gonna be the guy to poo-poo on another director for his vision, right? But if you ask me, I don't know about that guy's career going forward.
Josh Whedon.
I didn't want to mention his name, but yeah, Josh Whedon, man. Like,
it's fun. They actually reshot almost every single one of Cyborg scenes.
Or they excluded them. They just chopped them all out.
No, because they're saying like the way the lighting was, it made them look so shiny. And I was watching something today on IGN about it. I didn't like the way he looked at all.
I thought that Cyborg's story was essential to the movie, and for Josh to cut out so much of it. It was a story. Okay, it wasn't the story that you liked, but it was a story.
No, it wasn't the original story at all.
Fine, but it's still a story about him, and it's a story that like, he has trauma and he went through some shit, and there's a reason for him being the way he is and his level of importance. His story is what kind of gave the audience that connectivity, I think, and I think that Joss Whedon didn't do himself any favors by excluding Cyborg, and now Ray Fisher's coming out with all these complaints about him as a director and all this other stuff and all the problems he had while he was on set. Yeah, I think it's really bad for Joss Whedon. I don't know where his future lies in the industry, but I think he's really messed up. But you guys have a favorite character in the Justice League? Did you have a favorite thing? Because they spent a good amount of time on each character. So what did you guys, Ali? What did you think?
In terms of the characters, like we were saying, ultimately Cyborg became my favorite character in that story because Batman is my favorite character of all. But Cyborg, I mean, him. The trauma that, like you said, that he was going through, being this thing, as he said, learning how to use his powers and his, seeing his father sacrifice his life to save everybody. It was something that to me would have been a no-brainer as to keep if you want to have a cohesive storyline with ups and downs and someone to gravitate to in terms of like connecting with the characters. So Zack Snyder was great. It was good that he was able to come in and actually kind of salvage probably what they probably already had in the original, So I thought that was dope actually. And you could tell like certain scenes, I could tell the level of acting. It looked like it stepped up a notch for the guy that played Cyborg. It really stepped
Ray
up
Fisher.
a notch.
Yeah,
Ray Fisher. The other one, he just seemed so like cold. This one, you could see the emotion, the pain within the character. So I thought that was dope.
Probably get to shoot your scenes over.
Yeah. I'm sure he didn't get to shoot a lot of them over.
No, they already confirmed most of Cyborg's scenes were shot over. It wasn't added. They shot those scenes over. Because you remember what I was telling you about earlier in this podcast about the rooftop scene.
Right.
Some of those lines in the script were cut out. So when they reshot it, they added some of those in there. They had to have different lines because they added more stuff to the movie.
Well, I heard that a lot of the stuff some of it was like already he had a lot of it. They only said that 12% of whatever Zack Snyder did was in the one that we saw in the movie theater. So he must have had a boatload of scenes where he wasn't even in the movie. You know what I mean? Where it wasn't even in the movie at all. Like he just had it saved and he was able to piece it together.
He just needs to learn how to like not make it a 4-hour movie. There's no way I would have went to the movie theater and watched them for 4 hours. No way.
You gonna say something, Ali?
So in a nutshell, what if effectively happened to the original one? Who was supposed to be the first, the lone director? Who left? Like, how did it all fall out?
So from what I understand is that Zack Snyder started the story. He had a script. He started filming. He had a family emergency. I believe something might have happened to his daughter, or there was like a big issue or whatever, and he had to step away from the project.
Okay.
So they brought in Joss Whedon to finish the movie, I guess. And then there was a lot of reshoots and there was a lot of like a change in direction, He tried to lighten it up, like literally like with the colors, and some of the try to be too funny and too cute when it didn't really need to be. And then we got what we got. And very rarely do you ever get a second chance at going back and fixing your movie or doing whatever. Yes. But this whole release of Snyder Cut thing ran. They gave him an extra $80 million to finish. 80 million.
No, but this is what, 3 years later or 4?
I think it came out in 2017, if I'm correct. 2017. So.
Four.
2021. Yeah. So so there was like a big push for this release of Snyder Cut. Now WB has said that the Snyder Cut is gonna not be canon,
What? So,
yeah, like it's not canon.
Oh,
and I know, but I think with enough push, we're gonna see something. We're gonna see something. I have a feeling eventually, because there's so much story that could have expanded from the Zack Snyder verse.
Yes.
And I think the movie had to be 4 hours so you could spend time with these characters and really understand them.
Yeah.
So 4 hours is long, but I think it didn't do what the Avengers did, right? The Avengers gave you separate characters, separate movies, and then they came together.
And that's the thing. Without having those separate movies,
right,
you get a longer like Justice League movie.
Right.
You don't have to go through all this origin stories with Marvel, because we got to watch every separate movie except the Hulk.
I love Edward Norton's Hulk. Don't get me started. I love the Incredible
Fox's Hulk. You know what it is? If you watch Thor Ragnarok, that's basically the comic of Planet Hulk.
Right. That part I know. But it's because Universal still owns the rights for that. But that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
It's a whole different conversation. But no, I know what they did. They wanted to do it in reverse, right? They wanted to do the story in reverse. They give you your characters, then they give them standalone later on. You know what I mean? So you can learn more about them and their stories. The 4 hours didn't really bother me. There was some slow movie parts, but overall I like the scenes with Gordon. I really found Alfred to be really interesting. I found, that he has such a bigger part in helping Batman make those little gauntlets joints or whatever. I like those interactive scenes between Alfred and Diana and Alfred and Bruce Wayne.
And Bruce said, "I'll work for him."
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
And it's so funny because Alfred really is the man, right? Like Alfred knows all of them, and he does that thing. But there was just so much. Yeah, exactly. There was so much to his character. My favorite Superman of all time is going to be Henry Cavill. I'm going to stick to that. He's my Superman. That black suit Superman was fire. That scene when he came back,
yeah,
so fire. When he did a little headbutt joint with Wonder Woman. Shout out to Wonder Woman. I don't know. I don't know. I like the movie a lot. There was so much to go into it, and I only watched it once. Obviously, I have to go back and spend another 4 hours and watch it again. Unfortunately, just so I could really know what I watched.
I like the last scene. Martian Manhunter. Oh man,
that was a reshoot. I think they had to have. That was a reshoot.
Yeah, that wasn't in the. Well,
not even close.
I don't remember.
Nah.
I don't remember that being in the original.
You could tell Ben Affleck went back and shot some scenes over, so he must.
You could look at his face. Cool. It looks a little older
and thinner and stuff.
Yeah, a little thinner. Yeah.
But that Martian Manhunter scene was fire. The scene with him and the Joker, man, in the Doom world or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yo, I could have watched the whole movie just on that. You know what I'm saying? Him and the Joker going back and forth. And I didn't like Jared Leto's Joker from Suicide Squad personally. I thought it was a different take, and I didn't hate it. I guess I strongly didn't like it. But then to see him in this version,
they made him fiend over Harley Quinn. I was like, that was not the Joker we grew up watching.
Right, Joker would just beat the smack out of her. Like he was like a violent relationship.
She was fiending for him. The way they made it seem like, come on, that's corny. So I just didn't like the way he looked, at all.
No, not everybody's gonna be as good as Heath Ledger's Joker, because Heath Ledger's Joker to this day stands best Joker portrayal. Even though the last the Joker movie that we got wasn't that bad with Joaquin Phoenix. So
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. So
yeah, I liked it.
A lot of people had their problems with it. I didn't. I thought it was cool. This dude was crazy, bro. He literally was crazy. The whole shit was in his head. Like, that movie's so fire.
That's what I loved about it. Like, if it was going to be a real character, sort of like the Joker, I thought that was a cool way of introducing him. Like, what would he really be like? The fact that he had to carry around this card that described the thing that he had, the laughing thing that he had. I thought that was brilliant. You know what I mean? The whole play on mental illness and how the whole relationship with the girl was all in his head. This was clearly a sick motherfucker.
That was crazy.
Yeah. This nigga was crazy. He was crazy for real.
I went to that movie like, yo, that's crazy.
Me too. I'm like, the first thing I thought, I'm like, he bagged that? Like that?
Yeah, I thought that too.
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No, that movie was so good. He won an Oscar, I believe, right? Did he win something for it? Like,
I think he did.
Much deserving.
Yeah, much deserved. Yeah, because that movie was off the hook. That movie was crazy good. I enjoyed it very much. It won some stuff. So shout out to the Joker and Joaquin Phoenix for that. So yeah, and so like I was telling Ali, like I heard the movie's not going to be canon, according to WB, but they have to. Come on, like those sequences with the Flash, and all that stuff, they need it.
I still hate the way he runs.
Yeah, it's kind of
It looks so corny.
He's doing the arm hand. Oh man, the arms. That's so funny.
Looks so corny.
It's kind of poor.
They need to look at the Flash that comes on,
on WB.
WB, and the way I like that show.
So I WB? It's CW.
It's CW now.
Am I showing my age? Like WB was way back in the day.
No, we all grew up on WB.
What y'all think about the Iris West sequence when he went to save her from the truck in the crash?
That was cool, man.
That fire.
I liked it. I liked it because he ran and he went through the glass. He just pushed it with his finger.
Yeah, cool.
Actually, at first when that happened, I didn't like it because I'm used to the Flash being able to phase through things.
Right, it's true. Breaking down his molecules.
So it's like, why did he have to do that? Like, broke the glass.
I guess
it'll look much cooler than for him to phase through.
I still don't understand the whole electricity thing, right? So every time he moves really fast, there's electricity everywhere. I guess they explained it, but I still don't get it, But I thought the sequence of Iris was really cool. You got a good look at Iris and him falling for her, and then I thought it was kind of weird because they make him really clumsy, And I did have this conversation with my last host, Moxie Shenanigans. Shout out to her. She was like, how he's very clumsy, and I'm just like, and I've always known Barry Allen to not be so clumsy, very sure of himself, fast talking, fast witty.
It was usually Wally West was the jokester,
right? But Barry Allen was the smart, like smarter and thinking. He was a smart mouth.
No, but then I don't know, man. He does got like slick comments also, even in the comments, like.
But he wasn't clumsy though. He wasn't like falling over himself though. He wasn't the falling over himself type of guy.
That's true, but look at what we're getting. We're used to seeing a grown Flash. This is a little kid. Like he looks like he's in high school. Like
Ezra Miller. Shout out to Ezra Miller.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I want to see where they go because my favorite animated series.
Cut that out.
Stop. The favorite animated series was the Flashpoint Paradox.
That was the greatest DC animated movie to come out. Well, one of them.
So Flashpoint, yeah, it's it. Between my top, I'll do a top of a quick top.
Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood is one.
That's a 1A, 1B with the Flashpoint. Like
Ali, you ever check those out, man? On if you go on HBO Max, though they have all these animated movies.
Son of Batman. Oh man,
I like I like a lot of them. The animation, DC really does good business.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Marvel, down pat has the movies. DC has the TV shows and the animated series. But DC animated series is fire. Marvel animated movies suck. That's why they gotta have big movies like the Avengers. Is there animated movies are garbage, and DC blows them out. And DC animated movies are dark. Like a lot of people die. It's dark.
That's true. Honestly, the animated Planet Hulk, they were trying to go a little dark. I don't know if you saw it. It was on Netflix for a little while.
I saw it, but I read the comic first, and I was just like, I used to work in the library. Look, fun fact. And and then after reading Planet Hulk and then watching it, like I like it, but I'm like, it's not the same.
Did I tell you I bought the graphic novel? I haven't read it yet. I still have it upstairs. Planet Hulk graphic novel, like this big. I can't get through it. I can't get through it.
It's good. I watched it. I read it at work.
Oh yeah.
So,
when he
did
came back,
you read Hulk versus Wolverine?
No, I've seen it. The animated one. I've seen the animated one.
What? Oh man,
I've seen that.
You see how he fought him in the comic? He rips Wolverine apart and says, "You know what? I can't kill you, but you're gonna heal if I give you your legs back. So I'll just eat your legs if you don't stop fighting me."
What? He said this?
So basically, it was like, oh, I can't beat you because you're gonna heal. So I'll just eat your legs. That's gangster. That
is pretty gangster, honestly. I like it. So yeah, DC. I think DC. Back on track. DC's this Zack Snyder cut did a lot. It was long. It was a really rough 4 hours, but it was worth it. I think it was really worth it, and I think I'm gonna give it another run and watch it again.
I am too.
I'm gonna give it another run, and what people saying about it, all the positive praises that it's getting, I think is well deserved. Overall, the movie was really good. Little slow pacey in certain parts, but it wasn't like a perfect movie. But I think it needed to expand a lot on their stories. You know what I mean? And I think they did a good job on that.
So let me ask you two questions. Since you're gonna watch it again, and you don't remember the first one, are you gonna watch the first one also?
That's what I did. That's what I did. I've been comparing them to.
Did you? I didn't do that part, but I think I should. I think I will actually.
Watch the first one and compare. You definitely get a bigger appreciation for this Zack
How long
Snyder
is the
cut.
first one?
It's like
2 hours.
6 hours out.
I'm gonna get tired of all these damn superheroes, right? Nah, no, but you'll see. Excuse me. You'll
my
see
next
what.
question.
My God.
If you had to rank the movies,
Which movies you talking about? For DC?
yes, like the recent ones. Obviously, we're not going to talk about the Dark Knight. We're talking about the recent.
There's
ones.
not really much. There's not really much there, right? So there's not really much.
I didn't watch the Wonder Woman, the second one. I didn't watch it.
You're not missing much. Poor.
I thought Aquaman was the best one. First, it was Wonder Woman for me.
Wonder Woman.
I was like, damn, this is really good. But then when I watch Aquaman, I'm like, nah, this is better than Wonder Woman.
So you know what? This is a guy that I follow on Instagram. His handle is Love Each Other. It's spelled weird. It's spelled LOVEYCHUHTHA. It's kind of weird, but anyway, he had his list of the DC extended universe, and he rated it. So I thought his list was interesting. So he gave Man of Steel a B.
Okay.
He gave Batman versus Superman a C. He gave Suicide Squad an F. He gave Wonder Woman a B. He gave Justice League 2017 a D. He gave Aquaman a B+. He gave Shazam, like you were saying, was a good movie.
Shazam it was good. It's funny.
Yeah, he gave that one a B+. He gave Birds of Prey a B. He gave Wonder Woman 1984 an F. And he gave Justice League 2021 a B+. I kind of agree with him.
He didn't rate Wonder Woman, the first one?
The first one, he gave it a B.
So, but see, that's the thing. Suicide Squad, if you watch it for what it is as a standalone movie, it wasn't bad. That wasn't an F.
It's not an F. It's not an F.
I feel like people that rated an F or think it's so bad is they keep comparing it to the comic. Because if you just look at it, if you just go to movies and enjoy that movie, like I like the movie.
Yeah.
But knowing the comic, I'm like, all right, this is kind of trash. But as a movie, just for me to watch it, it wasn't an F.
Yeah.
It's only when you compare the two.
Yeah.
See, I don't think it was an F either. I don't think it was a perfect movie, but I don't think it was far from an F. I think it was very creative. I think Will Smith was witty enough with Margot Robbie. I think they had a good combination there. It was pretty funny. With the guy that played Rick Flags. I thought the movie was good. I like Justice League. Suicide Squad 1. I thought it was good. Looking forward to James Gunn's second one. I want to see what he does with that.
I never watched Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey was not a B, not to me. It was maybe a C, if you ask me, or a D. It wasn't great. It was I
agree with you there too. I went to see that in the movie theater, and I fell all kinds of asleep.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out on the Fire Stick or something.
Yeah. It was on HBO Max. All these movies. Birds of Prey wasn't all that. To be a B. So I don't know what's an A to him, because if he must be really stingy with the A's, because he didn't give none of the movies an A. Aquaman D+.
Marvel's the A.
Winter Soldier's an A. All right, get out of here.
It is.
I know.
Civil War A+.
Boy, you really like this movie, and I don't think you got a leg to stand on compared to that. Well, that's a whole different conversation.
You're crazy.
It's not as good. It's good. It's not as good.
It is though.
I love it. What do you think, Ali? Which one's
better?
What
movie you talking about? What?
Winter Soldier or Civil
War?
Captain America 2 or 3?
You see how that's a difficult decision for him?
Not for me.
You just talk about boom. It's up there. It's neck and neck.
Civil War. If I just want to see pretty things, I'm gonna watch that.
There you go.
If I want to watch something that's more like military strategic type, deep, like Tom Clancy feel type shit, I'll watch Winter Soldier.
Oh, well, G.I. Joe, shut up. Shut up. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I love both of them, man. I can't call it.
Nah. No, I like Civil War. Don't get me wrong. Civil War was fire. I like Civil War a lot. Just to me, one was better than the other, but not by a lot. I wouldn't try to like poo-poo on that movie because that movie was off the hook too. You know what I mean? That was like Avengers Endgame before Avengers Endgame. You know what I mean? You never seen so many superheroes in one go. So I really appreciate the movie for what it was. And it had a good story, you know. So, but I don't know, man. Something about the Winter Soldier, just like that fighting sequence between the Winter Soldier off the bridge with Captain America, and they just shooting the hands with the knife. I just thought that whole sequence was good.
When I saw the Winter Soldier and Captain America fighting Iron Man with the hands.
That's what made that movie though. Honestly, that scene and then when she's like
when Spider-Man showed up, I think the movie went ballistic. When I was in the movie, the Spider-Man showed up. It was like they saw their favorite. It was like Michael Jackson was in the movie. That was crazy.
All right, so yeah. That's basically how I feel about Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you give me to rate it, I'm gonna give it a B. Can I go plus? Maybe not. Maybe I'll go B. So overall, what do you rank it, Ali? What is your grade on Zack Snyder's Justice League?
B plus.
B plus. High praise.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you think?
I could go with a B plus. I do have to watch it again though.
I'm not comfortable giving it a B plus.
You know what it is? I can't give it all. That's like up in the air because I have to compare them. So I need to go back and watch 2017 before I can actually like stamp it a final grade.
All right. So I have a pending grade. So mine is pending at a B. And that's just a straight B. Because to be a B plus, I gotta give it a second watch. And to see. But I don't think it's an A. I think there is a little slow points. It's kind of hard to get through completely. But I'm gonna give it a strong a B for now. And then Falcon Winter Soldier, we're gonna be watching Friday.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they keep up the good work because these people in Marvel are doing the Lord's work over there.
You know why?
Because money talks.
They have money.
Disney money talk. That's why. All right. Well, that's been this week's episode of the Geek-A-Rican Podcast. I want to thank my man Ali Oxnfree. From the Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast.
That's right.
Catch him on there. And what's your Instagram again?
It's at Ali Oxnfree on Instagram, or you can go to at Top 5 Dead or Alive podcast on Instagram as well.
Follow me back.
And I'm gonna thank my man JoshNYK for joining. Where can they find you, and on what social medias are you on, Josh?
JoshNYK on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. My podcast coming soon. Don't worry about it. You know, but when it's up, I'll be here to introduce it. Another episode. You know,
we'll get these fellas back. You know, these are my guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Much appreciate y'all, and thank you for listening, everybody, to the Geek-A-Rican Podcast. And we will see you next week. Peace.
Good night.
Peace.
Later.
Salute.